Hey guys, welcome back to Java Code Analyzer by Mac. Before we start, please click on the subscribe button and click on the bell icon to be notified for the next videos. So let's get started. So for today we have taken encapsulation in Java. So encapsulation is one of the fundamental principles of object-oriented programming in Java. So it is basically the core component of Java, guys. So basically the encapsulation is nothing but it is the process of wrapping the data that might be a variables or objects and the methods into a single unit. So which might be usually a class and restricting the direct access to some of the object's components or with respect to the major components of the class that we have used. So let me try to show you guys that how the encapsulation basically works. So the encapsulation works with the help of declaring the variables as private. Why we are trying to declare the variables as private? Because so that they cannot be accessed directly. We are providing to add restricted access to that particular variables and providing the public getters and setter methods so that we can try to access and update the private variables. So this is how we can try to achieve the encapsulation. Now let me try to show you guys with the help of an example. So here you could see that I have taken a class as encapsulation. The first requirement is that whenever we are trying to have or achieve an encapsulation is that we should have some data that is being declared as private. So let me try to declare a particular variable int of age as private. So let me try to add the access modifier, guys. The access modifier here I'm trying to change from default to private. So this is we have declared a particular variable age as private. So now this is a private variable. So first requirement is done. Now the second requirement as we can see here is that we have to achieve or we have to add the getters and setters method. So let me try to add the setter. So just to give a brief on the idea that we are trying to explain here on the concept of encapsulation is that whenever a person is classified to be classified for the DL, that is driving license, so his age should be either 18 or should be greater than 18. If suppose an age of a person is lesser than 18, then he is not classified or not qualified for the providing of the DL. So that scenario, that example we are considering here, guys. So for that reason, I have taken the instance variable as age, which is of type integer. The second step is that we have to create a setter. So setter is nothing but it is a method. Okay, so let me try to create a setter method. Let me try to give the name for this particular setter method as set age. So this will try to set me the age of the particular person who is applying for the driving license. So this particular method set age will be taking an integer as an argument. So this is also will be taking the int as the argument as, let me try to change the name, guys. Let me try to make it as provided age. Okay, so the instance variable that we have taken is private and the variable that we have taken with respect to the setter is that is a provided age as a variable. So let me try to add here as that is a setter method, right? So I have declared one setter method here. Now once we are done with this, let me try to add some content here. So a person is classified for the driving license only when his age is greater than or equal to 18. So that particular requirement I am trying to add here, guys. So let me try to make use of if condition. If the provided age, whatever the provided age that we are trying to give, if it is greater than or equal to 18, only then we are trying to set the age value, that is the private variable, to the provided age. If it is not greater than or equal to 18, we are not setting any value for the age. So this is how we are trying to set a variable or set a value to a variable. So by making use of this setter, we are trying to give the restriction with respect to the variable to set its value. So what is the restriction that we are doing here, guys? We are restricting only if a particular age criteria is met. Only then we have to set that particular value or the provided age to this private variable. So this is called as a setter method. Now let me try to create a getter method. The getter method is simple, guys. It will just try to return us the value of that particular variable that we have set. So let me try to create the method as get age. So get age will just try to return me the value of the variable that we have set. So here we are trying to return that particular variable, right? So this particular method will help us in setting the value of this particular variable, which is restricted access. And with the help of getter, we are trying to access the value of this particular variable that we have set. So this is how we can achieve the encapsulation. So encapsulation can be achieved with the help of private variable and with the help of setters and getters. The setter will help us in setting the value to that particular variable, and getter will help us in extracting or getting the value of that particular specific private variable. And encapsulation is nothing but, guys, as we could see here, it is the process of wrapping the data and methods. That might be data, might be a variable, into a single unit. How we done here, guys? This here we have considered a particular class encapsulation, and in this encapsulation class we have encapsulated the particular variable, and with the help of setters and with the help of getters we are trying to access those particular variables. So this is the major concept of encapsulation. Now in order to achieve this, let me try to create one more class and try to explain you guys how this particularly works. So in order to do that, I have created one more class, guys. Here the class is provide DL class. So now let me try to add some particular values here. Let me try to have a main method. So the main method I have created only to extract or to call the methods that we have created in the encapsulation class. So now what I will do here is that I'll try to create an object for the encapsulation. Encapsulation E is equals to new encapsulation. So I'm just trying to create an object, guys. So I've created an object for the class encapsulation. Why I've created the object? So that I can access the methods that are present under this encapsulation class. Okay. Now I will try to set the value with respect to E dot set age. The set age is basically a method, a setter method that we have declared inside the encapsulation class to set the value of the restricted variable or the private variable age. So let me try to set the value as 12. And then once we have set the value as 12, and let me try to make use of some if condition. If the value of the set message, if the value of the age variable. So how to extract the value of the age variable, guys? With the help of E dot get age. So the getter will help us in extracting the particular variable. If E dot get age is greater than or equal to 18, then I will try to print that this person is qualified for DL. So let me try to write that. This person is qualified for DL. Is qualified for DL. And if else, then if the age is not equal to or greater than 18, then that person is not qualified for DL. So let me try to write as this person is not qualified for DL. So now, guys, what is the value that we are sending to set for an age? It is 12, right? So the value that we are sending to set for this particular variable age is 12. How we are doing that? With the help of this setter method, we are trying to set the value. So here we will call this method, and this method is trying to set the value for this particular age. If the provided age, if it is greater than or equal to 18, only then the age value will be set, or else the value will not be set to 18, right? Now let me try to just execute and show you guys that how this works. Run as Java application. See, I have given the age as to 12, right? With the help of setter, I am just trying to set the value of age as 12. But as it is lesser than 18, it will not be set. The value will not be set. Hence, that person is not qualified for the DL. So by doing this, guys, with the help of this setter, we are trying to restrict the access of this variable age. Only we are providing the age to be accessible when the value of the age that we are providing is greater than or equal to 18. Only then we'll set this particular value for this age. The variable age will be initialized. See, let me try to give here as 18, guys. So I've given the value as 18. So now he is qualified for DL. So now the value of the age will be set to 18 and he will be qualified for that particular DL. Now let me try to show you guys with the help of debug mode. So I've kept the debug point here, guys, and let me try to debug as Java application. Let me try to open this variables, guys. So this variables will help us in understanding what is the particular values that each variable or each thing is taking. So here let me go here and let me try to open this and let me try to step over. So now we have come here, guys. So what is the provided age? The provided age is 18. From where it is coming, guys? It is coming from here. So this is the value that we have given to call the setter method. From there it is coming as 18. Now is 18 is greater than or equal to 18? Yes, it is equal to 18. Hence the value of the age will be set to the provided age, that is 18. Just observe the variables, guys. So here in the variables you could see that the age that we have taken will be set to 18. See, here we could see it is set to 18. Now whenever we are trying to call the getter, guys, the getter will try to return us the value. What is the value of the age? The value of the age that we have trying to extract is 18. Hence it will return as 18. So 18 is greater than or equal to 18? It is equal to 18. Due to which this person is qualified for DL. So like this we can try to achieve for the age which is greater than or equal to 18. Now let me try to set the value as 12. I have given the value as 12 and let me show you guys how it works in the debugging. So once I call this particular method e.setAge, it will go inside the setter method and try to check the age is 0, right? The age is 0 because we have not set the default value for the age. The default value that is taken is 0. So now the age is 0. If the provided age is greater than or equal to 18, only then the value of the age will be set, right? So if I am trying to execute this, the age you can still see as 0. By doing this, we are trying to restrict the access or setting the value of that particular private variable. So we have not set the value now. So now the getter will return what value? It will return a 0, due to which that particular person will not be qualified for the DL. So this is the major concept of encapsulation. Encapsulation is nothing but declaring a particular variable as private, and with the help of setters we are trying to set the value, and with the help of getters we are trying to extract the value of that particular variable. Now suppose, consider guys, if I am declaring this particular variable as public. So now what happens is public, or it might be default, anything other than private. So in that case what happens is anyone can try to set its value. Even though you don't call with the help of set method, any normal person can try to access that particular variable and set the value like this. E.age is equals to 12. And now if I am printing, even he will be qualified for the DL, because we have given here the condition, the one more condition we have given here. So it will not be eligible, but if with the help, if we are not trying to declare this particular variable as private, anyone can access. See, now even this person can access, right? But if we are trying to declare this particular variable as private, no one can be access that particular variable outside the class. And by doing this, we are trying to provide the security for the private variables. So what is the advantages of encapsulation, or the key benefits is that we are trying to hide the data. It prevents direct access to sensitive data, right? So how we are achieving this data hiding? By declaring that particular variable as private. We are trying to achieve the security. And even then, we are trying to increase the security with the help of controlled access. So what is the controlled access that we are giving, guys? We are giving this particular controlled access. So this particular controlled access will help us in achieving the security of a particular private variables, or the variables that are important to this particular class where we are trying to achieve the encapsulation. Okay, so this is how we can try to achieve the encapsulation, guys. The major advantage is security. And how we can achieve encapsulation? And encapsulation is nothing but it is a process of having a private variable, and with the help of setters and with the help of getters, we are trying to set the value for that particular variable, and with the help of getters we are trying to give the value of that particular variable to other classes. So this is called as encapsulation, guys. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and please do subscribe and click on the like button.